Hey there, welcome back. So in this video we will proceed further. In our previous video we have checked this program which is in front of us, and in here we are making use of the default constructor. So whenever we are calling in the object using the default constructor, which is this particular line of statement, then definitely the default constructor is getting called, and we are also calling the default constructor of the parent class, which is nothing but the vehicle class. So again in here we are calling in the default constructor. We can check that by simply calling in the value of few properties. For example, we can check in the property, for example, engine, and the value should be petrol if this particular method is getting called by default. And likewise, if we are checking the value of handle, then the value of handle should be short if the default constructors are properly called. So let us quickly check, and the output should be short and petrol, which is perfect. Now moving forward, let us get rid of this, and in here we won't be making use of the default constructor now. Let me also get rid of this, and I will type in bike equals new bike, and if we autocomplete, then in here we will get two options. So autocomplete is giving us some hard time. Here is the autocomplete. Alright, so we would be passing the value of handle. Let me show you. The value of handle could be like long for this time. Now friends, if we check the autocomplete, we are not getting any other option other than like setting the value of handle. So we are simply able to override the default value of handle. So that's something we must know as of now. And moving forward, let us try to print the value of handle and some other value. So in here I will type in bike dot get handle. Alright, likewise let us also print the value of engine for this object. Now the value of engine should be the default value, which is petrol. Oops. Alright, so I will type in bike dot get engine. Alright, so now if we execute the program, here is the output, which is as expected. But what if we would like to call in the parameterized constructor of the parent class, and we would like to override the default value of these properties which are there in our vehicle class? So this is something which we will check in this video, and this is something which we will achieve. Now friends, in order to call in the parameterized constructor from our parent class, first of all we need to do some changes in our child class, and from this child constructor, which is highlighted in front of you, we need to pass all of those information to our parameterized constructor. So the first step is receiving the value first, and then we would be passing the value to our parent constructor. So here are the list of parameters which we need to receive. So let me copy this list and paste it in here. So this is done. Moving forward, the way of passing these values to parameterized constructor is pretty simple. We simply need to pass these values to our super method, and the super method will pass in the information to our parameterized constructor. Now there is a catch in here. The correspondence is important, so there needs to be one-to-one correspondence when it comes to sending the information to the parameterized constructor. So we must pass all of these information, because we only have the single parameterized constructor in here. So the one-to-one correspondence is important. Alright, so let us pass in these information real quick. So the engine is maybe diesel this time. Diesel. Then wheels are maybe 4. Then seats are 4 again. Fuel tank capacity is maybe 40 liters. And then lights are maybe LED. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Now friends, these values are passed, and we are directly sending in these values, which is not a good thing. And we are not passing in the name of the variable, right? So the information passed would be similar to this, but in here we would be making use of these variables. So let us get rid of this. So information would be passed like this, but in here we would be making use of these variables. So first thing would be engine, second thing would be wheels, third thing would be seats. Then we will pass in the value for fuel tank. then we will pass in the value for lights. And now our program should work properly. Alright, so now as soon as we navigate to this demo.java file, it is start complaining because now we need to pass in way more information in here. So what are the information? First information is for value for engine, which is diesel. Then the second information is, I guess this would be for wheels. So this is 4. Then number of seat 4, capacity of fuel maybe 40 liters, and finally type of lights, which is like LED lights as a headlamp. Alright, this seems to be good enough. Let me execute this, whether this is working properly or not, and everything is working properly. Let us quickly check the other values as well. So I will real quick add in couple of sys out statement in here. So let me copy this real quick and paste it for a couple of times in order to save some time. Alright, so in here the second value which we will check is maybe seats. So I will type in bike dot get seats. Then I will type in like bike dot. Let me pause this video in order to format this a little, and that will save some time for us. Alright, so now I have formatted this a little, and now this is looking cool, and here is our output. And we can like easily modify the things. For example, if we would like to modify seats, then we can update the information. And how to get the information properly? Simply hover upon this and check the one-to-one correspondence. So when it comes to this bike, then number of seats is this particular parameter after wheels, right? So this is first, second, third and fourth parameter. So first, second, third and fourth parameters. Alright, so number of seats might be, for example, 5, and our information would be dynamically updated. Alright, so this is amazing that how easily we can handle stuff, and we can also like modify the information which is there in our parent class. And this is the power of inheritance, how we can like keep the common entities and derive the common entities to our child entities, and then we can code things properly. Now inheritance is a complicated thing and you might get confused a little, but when you will grow old in Java, you will able to like understand the power of inheritance. So this is it with inheritance. There are a couple of more things which we will discuss in our future videos, but as of now, this is good enough. Thanks for watching. Take care.